following presentation of the National Football League.
Well, the weather not fully cooperating here in Pittsburgh, but that has not stopped Steeler Nation from filling the stands at a rain-soaked Acrisure Stadium. And tonight we start Week 5 with a primetime matchup, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals with Charles Davis. As always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Primetime. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Bengals offense here ready to rock and roll. Joe Burrow is the man at quarterback.
And he's playing at a very high level here in this early part of the season. In fact, he leads the NFL in passing yards. Now, that's not always an indicator of success, but in his case, it is.
11. And they go play action now. Burrow. Now a short one to Gesicki. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. A good start. One play, 10 yards. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here we go. First down. 180. This is Brown going up the middle. We'll get this to about the 38. Look at this Steeler defense. It's a unit that has had all sorts of issues against the pass. Dead last in the NFL, number 32 in the league.
And when you're getting ready to face the number 1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for. And this is one of those plays that if you can use it to keep the chains moving, it's a good play. And not only that, it tends to tamp down the pass rushers because they have to recognize this play and stay at home. The quarterback uses it well. Read option, keeps it, and picks up a first down with some nice running.
Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
The 50-yard line.
An inside give, Brown. And he'll get this pretty close to a first down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 44. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. This defense for the Steelers, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've got a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win. Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter. But that time, they were up to the challenge.
So on 4th down, out is Ryan Rico to punt. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
And he's been playing at an elite level here in this early half of the season. Tops in the league in touchdown passes at this point. This is definitely a wide-open offense, so we'll see if he can keep a string of good games going right here.
They'll get this complete to Calvin Austin. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved. Able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guy's up. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
8 yards on the pickup.
You see the numbers in last week's game for Warren. 17 carries, 107 yards, and the touchdown.
Well, obviously, he didn't have a great deal of time between games, having to turn around on a short week and get ready for Thursday night football. Well, he said in pregame he was feeling pretty good and felt more recovered from last week's contest than he would have expected. Didn't seem to think that affected much as he chases a big performance here in prime time.
Ready, ready. Yellow, ready.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. DK Metcalf with career touchdown number 96. He joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list. And the Steelers put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
The point after through the raindrops, something good. And that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much, don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of them.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
11. 180.
Burrow throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. You look at the Steeler defense. They're in the spot statistically that you don't want to be in against the pass. Number 32 in the league, dead last.
They spent the week at practice, Sam. We know our rating's not that great. And we know we're facing the number 1 passing team in the league. But there are some things that we can do to give ourselves a chance in this game.
His first catch, good for 16 and a first. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
12.
First down. First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
11.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Now it's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 16.
Now it's Burrow. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. It's picked by the linebacker, T.J. Watt. And the Steelers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
95. Ready?
They'll set up a throw. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Come on,
back to throw again. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
44 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
He'll grab 3 yards on the play, taking it himself for the first down.
At the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
Here's Burrow. He's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
Bengals first down.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with first and goal.
On the ground, here's the 4th-round pick from April's draft. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they come up now 2nd and goal.
11. Here we go. Stop.
Once more with Henderson, but he will lose yardage here. Back to the 4-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Stop. 180.
Now it's Burrow. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from evening this one up. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
Second down and 8.
Down.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. On the right side, this is Austin with a catch. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Here we go. 60 red. 60 red. You yellow. Set, go.
Back to throw now on first down. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Set. Ready.
Warren will try the right side. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A lot of people call the toss a probing play. See what they can get against the defense to see how they adjust and react. Their probing's working pretty well. That was a very nice run.
Now a run to Warren. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
On the ready.
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
White. Here we go. Ready.
Looking to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Pat Fryermuth. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Extra point now by Boswell. And he's He's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. That time a 6-play drive. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Bengals offense returns to the field. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd down and 8. Play action. It's Burrow. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll come up now, 3rd and 3. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there. That was a 3rd and somewhat manageable now, not so manageable.
Exactly, because you had a play call on that you felt like, hey, this could go quick, and it doesn't take much to get it done. Now, you got to start thinking about a little bit of a deeper route type of a call, especially if you want to throw it.
And a following chase on the right side complete. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Yards is the distance on the punt there. His Pittsburgh offense led by Calvin Austin running back out. He's the star wide receiver, and he's doing his thing so far here into the 2nd quarter.
And how you get distinguished as a star is each and every week performing to a high level no matter what they throw at you, because you're always wanting to take him out of the game if you're a defensive team. How do you press him, double him, triple him, all those things? But the best players show up each and every week. Solid games and some spectacular ones.
He has showed up time and time again.
A great job there, and that old cliche, taking what the defense gives you, comes right into play. Nothing too out of the ordinary about the throw. Just a little dump off over the middle. But what it is out of the ordinary is what he did with it after the catch. Not only did he grab the ball, but how about the significant yardage he picked up after he pulled it in.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Jalen Warren, his 8th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, they've done a pretty good job keeping him in check to that point, but he finally breaks off a nice run here and gets into the end zone.
And it just takes one, doesn't it, partner? That can undo a lot of good work that a defense has done to that point. You break off one right there, and everything suddenly looks bad for you.
Boswell for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And a long run into the end zone, and what a run it was.
Chris Boswell in the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. He's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go and try and put some pressure on the defense.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Straight ahead, Henderson. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. The Bengals on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
11 MT tape. 11 MT tape.
The 40-yard line.
11 Thomas.
On 1st and 10, here's Brown. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 6.
11.
Burrow looking to pass. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Now a short one to Gesicki. With a gain of 5, and it'll be second down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 32-yard line. Now Burrow. This pass complete to Higgins. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it'll be second down. And give this out the middle to Brown. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
11.
From the gun to give to Brown. He will push his way down to about the 14. Here's 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
11 Thomas.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. We'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. This time, Burrow will look to throw. Battled by the linebacker, but still adjusts and makes the catch. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Back to throw here. And he wisely will throw that one away.
I like it when I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far, even backed up late. They're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them at the end zone as the first half winds down.
The kick by Elliott is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
So halftime is upon us on Thursday night primetime, and we go off to Orlando. And Scott Hansen, message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense ready to get going to begin this third quarter. Looking to put a drive together.
Come on, set.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2. And it was the visiting Steelers who came away victorious, so they'll look to claim the season series with a win here in Pittsburgh. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
Tackle made back at the 22-yard line.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Black, 95.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
5 yards on the play. That's good for us Steelers. First down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Set, ready. Ready?
They'll look to throw now on first down. Now he'll tuck this and run. Room here to run. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there. His third touchdown of the game, number 19 on the year. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Well, you want to talk about making something out of nothing. Boy, he did that right there. What an incredible run.
Obviously, a pass play, and he couldn't find anyone open downfield. But sometimes the receivers just run those defenders off, and it creates a wide open space.
Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Second down and a little more than a yard here.
11 12.
Burrow going to get this out to Chase. And Chase going to pick up a Bengals first down as he'll get this up to the 39. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Burrow will throw. Open man is Higgins.
Burrow's pass.
Second down and 6 now.
Second and 6 at the 44-yard line.
Burrow on play action. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. He'll look underneath and finds Brown. On the gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up second down.
At the 43-yard line.
Here we go. Running short.
Now it's Burrow. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And he takes a shot at the end of that play.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He's got Higgins over the middle. And Higgins is going to have a Bengals first down as he'll be brought down just outside the red zone, marking at the 21.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. Got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
Here's Burrow. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that will bring up second down.
Here we go. 180. Right shot.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Now it's Burrow. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll get him in. inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 4. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
Gun. Cut. 180. Shot.
And Burrow going to throw again. This will be caught once again by Brown. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
A loss of a yard brings up 4th down.
Cut.
They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Well, if there was any thought that this thing might turn around for this offense in the second half, I think those thoughts pretty well dashed after that interception return there.
It just has not been a good outing for this unit whatsoever. There's no other way to say it. They've been overmatched, haven't performed to the level that they've needed, and that throw there just going to contribute to this game getting out of hand.
Extra point now by Boswell. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Now a hit and a loose football. Cincinnati set to take over once again. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Now a short one to Gesicki. Will go down as a gain of 6. And it's second down.
At the 31-yard line.
Here we go.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow able to find Higgins. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down.
Here we go. 180. 180. 180.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Fielded just inside the 30. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're just looking to do more of the same. They were good in the first half. They've extended their lead so far here in the second half. They're just looking good on all cylinders right now.
And sometimes that means a head coach who really has a finger on the pulse of a team may not have anything to say at all. May tell the rest of the coaches, just back it off a little bit. This team has it under control. I remember hearing about Bob Knight years ago in basketball, getting ready to give the final speech before the gold medal game in '84. And on the board, Michael Jordan had written, Coach, after all we've been through, there's no way we're losing tonight. He didn't even give a pregame speech.
Wow, interesting. Well, right now, no speech is needed. And out across midfield, down to the 45. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Prime Time. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Now runs straight ahead with Warren. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. The offense on third down tonight, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
This one into the hands of Metcalf. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches. At the
Here we go.
18-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and less than a yard.
Here we go. Here we go. Hut, hut.
They'll look to throw again. He's got his target. That's complete. And the Steelers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as they get the conversion there on 3rd and inches.
That's another Steelers first down. 1st and goal.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback?
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Jalen Warren, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Steelers are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Boswell for the extra point. I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there, call it to 26. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's taken in by Higgins. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Done.
31-yard line.
Burrow looking to pass. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
11 MT, Kate. 180. 42.
And Chase will go in motion left. From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
11 MT.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
Hot. 180. What is 180?
Now Burrow. Open man is Chase, complete. One thing I think it's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. It means you have to run extra plays and harder to move it.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
11 MP, take. 180.
To the air again, Burrow. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and they'll bring up 4th down.
He steps out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
180.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
45, 97. Ready.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And this one's incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
1st down.
Here we go. Set. Ready.
Here's Warren. Down to about the 45.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Black. 95. Ready.
Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And he stopped immediately there. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
3rd and 7.
Come on. Set. 6 seconds.
Looking to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 25-yard line. The numbers throwing the ball have been great. He's up over 300 yards now for the game.
1st and 10 on the 25-yard line.
Got it. Ready.
They'll run it. Warren. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15 and spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run.
That's another Steelers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 13.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Set. Ready. Set.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Warren. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11.
Ready up.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
At the 11-yard line.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. Here's a 2nd and 8. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away.
Ready. Hut.
Now a handoff up the middle. Warren. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Another touchdown here in the 4th quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up third and about 6. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now a short one to Gesicki. Make that now 3 straight 2-yard gains.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on third down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a first down.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros.
Ready. Blue 32. Set.
And they will take a knee here. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly,